Hello everybody! We are back on the newest Minecraft snapshot! This time 24W14A, and this is an update video for the slime farm design I made a few days ago. I upgraded it quite a bit, to be completely honest. This absolute monstrosity of a machine that I do believe can be optimized, but right now this is kind of like the best I'm gonna do it, is a fully automatic slime farm, which takes back on my ancient automatic design and replaces the slime source by a more efficient one. We might actually see the game freeze a little bit just soon. It will activate. Just look at this beauty and my frame rate dropping. And there we go. This design is actually kind of the first of its kind. It takes on reworked innovation for the silverfish spawner. The rest of the design is mine. The rest of the design is actually mine. But this part here, what is actually new, and I'm gonna lower down the volume a little bit. The modified part of the design is right there. Originally there was a chicken farm. So the chickens would actually produce eggs, which would get picked and spawn baby chickens in this chamber. And I replaced this with the latest innovation by Raceworks with an allay silverfish spawner. The way this works is we have multiple allays, which are put in a waterlogged ladder. That way they don't have any kind of collisions with each other. And when the time is right, when this clock here hits 0, it'll splash the allays with a potion of infestation. And since they constantly take drowning damage and heal themselves, they won't ever die, but will make a lot of silverfish spawn. Now, I did make this part of the farm a little bit better. It actually extracts slime automatically. And this design, which also incorporates a new part for the infestation potion, you could in theory make the exact same setup as we have here for the potion of oozing. But I was kind of feeling lazy and I preferred to take the easier route, so you just put potions in there. Each cycle is around 4 minutes, and with this entire storage filled, it can run automatically for up to a few hours. Now, this is the interesting part. Since we are using silverfish instead of baby chickens, this also makes each potion of oozing a lot more efficient. And in the killing chamber, I also did change one thing. We have a chute here. And the reason we have it is because when the silverfish actually fall, without it, they would separate. With that chute, they don't. And that makes it so the slime actually stays contained in the chamber. Now, for this design, I didn't exactly test its rate, but I believe we're up to like 50 blocks per cycle, so every 4 minutes you get 50 blocks. But the thing is, the rate of this farm is scalable. It can go up to essentially infinity. The only thing actually stopping the farm from running at like an infinite scale is just how much your computer can handle with the allays and the silverfish. And as soon as this actually finish one cycle, it actually moves on to the next directly. So as soon as the clock actually reset and makes the silverfish fall, it will actually give the infestation effect again and run on its own, meaning there is no need for any kind of player input. Now I could see this farm being redesigned to have a killing chamber. This design is probably the most optimized. Right now we have an 8 allay setup, but as I said, you can go up to like 24 and 48. Since those allays actually are inside of a ladder, they are not subjected to mob anti-cramming. They are not subjected to anti-cramming. So you can put as many of them as you want. Just be wary. The more allays you will have, the larger the farm will get upon each cycle's completion. It is a nice farm because you can build it anywhere and you can essentially scale it any way you want, but it can be pretty taxy on any kind of server. And once again, since this actually does take my ancient design, you can either input all of the resources for the oozing potion manually in there, or you can automate at least the gunpowder and bottles by hooking it up to a witch farm. Once again, this is just a simulation. This is not an actual witch farm, but it mimics pretty well the rates of, well, an average witch farm. I did do some comparisons. So like slime farm that existed prior in swamps could go up to 3.5k slime ball per hour, which when converted into blocks would be 388 slime blocks per hour. But I also marked the cons. Notably for the swamp slime farm, it has to be built in a swamp, so if you don't have any kind of swamp biome near your base, or if you're playing into a large biome world, this can be a big problem. One example is on my hardcore world, the nearest swamp biome, and I'm playing on a large biome, but the nearest swamp to my base is 10k block out. So this can be a bit of a bother to actually have to travel over there. The previous design, which used slime chunks, could go up to 3k slime ball per hour, which is 500 less, and when converted into block would be 333 blocks per hour. But also had the single con, which was you needed to literally spawn-proof the entirety of the caves around it for it to be in the best situation, or you had to make a perimeter around it to actually have it work at full speed. But you could place any of the slime chunk farm anywhere in the world. And now we have this design, which I call the allay fish slime farm. So the biggest con with this is that it's literally a factory. So you actually need to, you have to build all of that. And you have to place literally pretty much each block where it actually needs to go. So if you're not too big on redstone, this can definitely be a bit annoying to build. But it has the big pro, which is it's infinitely scalable. It can run pretty much autonomously. It does require more player maintenance than any previous design. This I will concede. But if you fill all of those storages, this farm can pretty much run on its own for multiple dozen hours, and you can also just put more of the containers here to have more of that potion. So there is technically no limit, but it does require some player inputs. It does require some resources to actually perform. But it is infinitely scalable, and the rate can be very, very large, far larger than any previous design. Now, I'm not claiming this to be the best, because I can still see a lot of flaws. Notably, one big issue I'm having with this design so far is this chamber. where we have essentially one problem, which is silverfish can get stuck here. And there's one other issue with this design. If you scale it up past 16 allays, each cycle produces so much slime, it actually puts a strain on the minecart hopper system, and it actually starts accumulating items in this chamber. And this is one issue I was trying to fix before recording the video, but I was not able to find a solution. And so right now, this specific design, you can scale up to above 16, but you will have loss here. So this was Eliza. Just an update video on this design. You can find all of the world downloads into my Discord. If you liked the video, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do comment if you have any suggestions. I will look and answer to every comment under this video, as I do with each other video I post. And yeah, if you want to improve upon this, if you want to do anything with it, you are completely free to use that. I mainly designed it for the fun of it. So I will tell you all to have a good evening, good day, or whatever you're doing. And see you next time.